NewConceptVideoSports.com presents Week 5 of the IHSAA High School football season, when Ryan Turley's Hobart Brickies once again play host to Phil Mason's Andrean 59ers. When we say once again, that's exactly what we mean, since this will be the fourth consecutive year our neighbors from 5959 Broadway will battle the Brickies here at the Brickyard. 2 years ago, the Niners had lighting issues, and this year it was Mother Nature. But the Niners feel very comfortable playing the Bricks here at their home away from home, defeating Hobart in 2 of the last 3 seasons. Andrean's Phil Mason is in his 8th season, and they came out of the gate as usual, winning their first 3, then dropping one to the Munster Mustangs in the first of their conference schedule. The 59ers won the state championship in 2013, running the table, going 15-0. Last season, they had a 14-game winning streak before bowing out in the state championship contest, losing to Tri-West. So Andrean is a very confident team coming into tonight's NCC tilt. But if there's one team that gives Andrean that uneasy feeling, it's the Hobart Brickies. Historically, the Bricks under Ryan Turley have played the Niners tight over the years, losing a last-second affair last season here at the Yard. Hobart started this season stumbling, but in recent weeks have started to figure it out, and no better time than now since the Brickies are heading into the meat of their conference schedule. Last week against Kankakee Valley, Hobart played well in a one-sided victory that gave this team the confidence needed heading into tonight's action. This should be a good matchup as usual when our neighbors from Andrean High School play another home game at the Brickyard against your Hobart Brickies. Next, high school football presented like no other in Northwest Indiana when the Andrean 59ers take on the Hobart Brickies. NewConceptVideoSports.com once again offer all our sports videos for free download 2 weeks from their posting. Just click on the Vimeo button bottom right when it appears to download this high-quality video. These free videos are made possible by our participating sponsors. BioOak Partners Wealth and Retirement Planning in Crown Point and Valparaiso. They provide comprehensive investment consulting services with the goal of increasing their clients' wealth and protecting their financial future. Tune into their radio program, Making Finance Personal, every Monday morning at 9 on WJOB. J&J's Pizza Shack of Northwest Indiana has a variety of dinners and sandwiches on their menu to satisfy any appetite. But for the best pizza in the region, featuring the kitchen sink, it's J&J's Pizza Shack and their 7 Northwest Indiana locations. Check out their Hobart location and their new dine-in facility, and watch sports videos from New Concept Video Sport. Blythe's Athletics in Valparaiso, whose team has been serving your team since 1959, is a leader in athletic apparel and equipment sales. Whether it's off the rack or customized to your specifications, Blythe's has the products and staff to serve you best. Trophies, embroidering, screen printing, athletic shoes, anything you're looking for, you'll find at Blythe's. Visit them today at teamblythes.com, where the athlete shops. Once a Brickie, always a Brickie. The history, tradition, and pride of Hobart High School football. Presented by the Regional Radio Sports Network, the Indiana Football Digest, the School City of Hobart, and NewConceptVideoSports.com. Order your copy and video today at HobartBrickieFootball.com. The Antonio Del Grosso kickoff was a touchback, so the Andrean 59ers, who are the home team today, will open play offensively at their 20-yard line. Brian Schmidt is taking the snap for the 59ers, and on first down he handed the ball to Gordon Sharkey for a gain of about 6 before Kelvin Labreck made the stop. Then on 2nd and 4 from the 26-yard line, it was back to Sharkey for a couple more, and a Nick Ray tackle, bringing up a 3rd and 2 for the Niners. Next, on the quarterback keeper, it was Brian Schmidt up the middle, and he came up about a foot short of the marker, and decision time for Phil Mason early in this contest. Confident in their running game, Andrean on 4th and less than a yard, it was Brian Schmidt again on the keeper, and he got more than enough to move the chains for the Niners. Then on the first down snap, it was Brian Schmidt again for just a couple this time. before being stood up by Dakota Bach and Stephen Reagan. Next, on 2nd and 8, it was Schmidt who dropped back. He then tucked it away for maybe 2 yards on the carry before Nick Ray fought off the block, then made the tackle. Then out of the shotgun on 3rd and 6, Brian Schmidt rolled out of the pocket, then targeted Emilio Starks, but the pass flew over his head and out of bounds, and an Andrean punt. The Brian Schmidt punt bounced around, then was finally down at the Brickie 45, so Hobart will have decent field position to begin their first offensive set of this afternoon. Taking the snap for the Brickies is Mickey Wolf, and on 1st down he handed the ball to Nick Ray, who kept his feet moving to pick up 5 yards on the carry, before Eric Clarkston tripped him up and James Rodish made the stop. On the 2nd down snap, it was a quick pass from Mickey Wolf to Brandon James, and he was tackled a yard short of the marker, and a 3rd and 1 next up for the Brickies. Next, the ball was handed to Isaiah Gransberry, who fought his way to the 1st down marker, but an illegal motion penalty on Hobart will move the ball back to the Brickie 49, and now Hobart is looking at a 3rd and 6. On the snap, Wolf dropped back, then rolled to his left before letting one fly intended for Dakota Bach that was a bit strong, and a Hobart punt coming up. The Luke Bajelic punt was a touchback, so the Andrean 59ers will try again offensively, this time from their own 20-yard line. The 1st down snap was handed to Gordon Sharkey, and following his blockers, then a burst of speed was in the secondary before Monty White tripped him up, but a pickup of 20 yards on the play, and a 59er 1st down at the 40-yard line. On the 1st down snap, it was Gordon Sharkey again with the ball, and he picked up another 8 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 2 from the 48-yard line. Next, it was David Graham getting in on the action, picking up 6 yards on the play, and another 1st and 10 for Andrean at the Brickie 46. Then it was back to Gordon Sharkey again, and he carried for 4 more yards before Kelvin Lebrecht made the tackle. So on 2nd and 6 from the Hobart 42-yard line, it was back to Gordon Sharkey, and on the carry he picked up a yard before Brandon James made the nice tackle. So the 59ers are looking at a 3rd and 5 from the Hobart 40.5-yard line. On the snap, it was a quarterback keeper again, and this time a nice run down to the Brickie 29 before Kelvin Lebrecht tripped him up, but another Andrean 1st down, and they've been able to move the ball on the ground early in this one. Then on 1st down, another run. This time the ball was handed to Emilio Starks, who was in motion, and he carried to the 11, and another 59er 1st down. And right now, the Brickies don't seem to have an answer for the Andrean ground game. Next, it was David Graham on the carry, and he bounced his way to the 2 before being dropped in a 2nd and 1 next up. Then from the 2-yard line, it was right back to David Graham, and the Andrean 59ers have drawn first blood on this Saturday afternoon matinee from the Brickyard. Following the Chris Van Ekeren extra point attempt, the Andrean 59ers lead the Hobart Brickies 7-0 with 3:41 left in the first period. The Andrean boot went off the side of the kicker's foot and out of bounds at the Hobart 43-yard line, and the Bricks will have good field position to begin their next drive. On 1st down, the ball was handed to Kelvin Lebrecht, who took a couple of steps, then went down for no gain on the play. Then on 2nd and 10, the ball was handed to Nick Ray, who picked up a good chunk of yardage just inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And the Hobart Brickies are threatening for the first time this afternoon. Next, it was Kelvin LeBrecq, and he bounced off a couple defenders before picking up about 9 on the carry, and a 2nd and 1 for the Bricks. On the snap, it was Nick Ray for maybe a half yard on the carry, before being dropped short of the marker. So the Brickies have a 3rd and 1 from near the 10-yard line. On the play, the ball was handed to Kelvin LeBrecq, and he found the opening and in for the Hobart Brickie touchdown. Following the Del Grosso extra point, the Hobart Brickies have tied the game at 7 with 1:18 left in this initial period. The Antonio Del Grosso kickoff was caught at the 5 by Deontay Kelly, and he carried to the 22 where he was ridden down by Dane Hume. And the 59ers will take over right there. On 1st down, it was Emilio Starks for a nice run of 9 yards, up to the 31, and a 2nd and a long one next up for Andrean. Then on the very next play, it was Gordon Sharkey finding the hole, then shifting gears and carrying inside Brickie territory all the way down to the 7-yard line. And a touchdown-saving tackle by Monty White. Then on 1st and goal from inside the red zone at the 7-yard line, it was a quarterback keeper for no gain on the play. And that will end the first period of play on this Saturday afternoon matinee with the Andrean 59ers and Hobart Brickies tied at 7.
It happens every day.
All around us. Gossip, lies, rumors. This is bullying.
Why do people say that bullying is normal?
Bullies are sometimes hard to spot.
And standing by is just as bad as those who bully.
No excuse is good enough.
No matter what side you're on. Let me be. Let me
be.
Liberty Chemicals Maintenance and Sanitation LLC is a master distributor of American-made bulk chemical cleaning and maintenance products for educational, municipal, institutional, and food service customers. With Liberty, you can expect great products, great service, and competitive prices every time. Visit their website today at libertychemicalsllc.com to check out their product line. So the Niners have a 2nd and goal from the 7 to open play here in the second period. On the snap, Brian Schmidt handed the ball to David Graham, and he took it in for the 2nd Andrean score of the afternoon. And following the Chris Van Eckeren extra point try, the Andrean 59ers lead the Brickies by 7. The Andrean boot was a touchback, so the Hobart Brickies will try again from their own 20-yard line. Hobart quarterback Mickey Wolf handed the ball to Elijah Mercado, and he was wrestled down by James Rodish for little or no gain on the play. On second down, Wolf took the snap, then was stepped on by center Spencer Massey and a loss of 2 on the play. And not a good way to start off this offensive set for the Brickies, trailing by 2 touchdowns. Then on third and long, Mickey Wolf let one fly intended for Brandon James, who had red jerseys all around him. And the ball was picked off by Brian Schmidt, and the 59ers are back on offense. So with excellent field position, Andrean will try again, this time from the Brickie 36. On first down, Gordon Sharkey was handed the ball, and he was met by Jared Zanola for a short gain on the play. Next, it was Schmidt hitting Emilio Starks in the flats, and he carried down to the 20-yard line. But an Andrean holding penalty will negate the gain, and the Niners will try again, this time 2nd and 9 from the 35. Then sometime you have to create your own good luck. When on the next play, the ball was handed to Gordon Sharkey. But right there, knocking the ball loose was Jared Zanola. Then pouncing on it was David Cosspade. And the Brickies have dodged a bullet and are back on the attack. So now Hobart will have a 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. But before Wolf could get off the snap, an encroachment penalty on Andrean will push the ball up to the 36, and now the Bricks have a 1st and 5. The ball was handed to Nick Ray, and he fought his way to the 41, and enough yardage to move the chains. So on 1st and 10, another encroachment penalty on the Niners will move the ball up to the 46, and another 1st and 5 for Hobart. On the next snap, the ball was handed to Kelvin Labreck for a tough yard. Then on 2nd down, it was right back to Labreck, who dropped the ball on the exchange, but was able to recover. But a loss of 4 on the play, and now the Brickies are facing a 3rd and 8. Then on 3rd down, Mickey Wolf rolled out of the pocket and was able to elude his defenders. Then fired a pass to Monty White that was deflected by Brian Schmidt of the Niners. But an alert Monty White was able to grab the deflection and carry for a Brickie 1st down inside 59ers territory at the 48-yard line. On the 1st down snap, it was Nick Ray on the carry. But before he was able to head upfield, he was met by 59er Duncan Houck for a loss of 4 on the play. So on 2nd and 14, with the ball inside Brickie territory at the 48-yard line, it was Mickey Wolf on the play action. And he targeted Nick Ray with a pass, but didn't have enough air under it. And it was nearly picked off by David Graham. And the Bricks dodged another bullet and will face a 3rd and long. Then on the snap, Wolf dropped back, but coming through untouched was Aaron Clarkson with the sack, pushing the Bricks back to the 41, and a Hobart missed opportunity. The Luke Bajelic punt went out of bounds at the 43 of Andrean, and that's where they will take over on a 1st and 10, still leading the Bricks by 14. But on the snap, a false start penalty on Andrean will move the ball back to the 38, and they will try again, this time a 1st and 15. On the next play, the ball was handed to Roman Griffin, and he hurdled his way to the 46 on a nice carry, with a tackle being made by Dakota Bach. Then on 2nd and 7 for the Niners, it was right back to Roman Griffin, and he found the hole the offensive lineman made for him and carried all the way down to the Hobart 20, and another scoring opportunity for the Andrean 59ers. For the third consecutive play, it was right back to Griffin, but this time he was stood up by the Brickie D for no gain on the carry. Next, a quick out to Miles DeBose, but there almost immediately was Jared Zanola with another big hit for a loss of 2 on the play. Then out of the shotgun, Brian Schmidt looked to his right, then tucked it away for a nice gainer inside the red zone to about the 6. But another Andrean holding penalty will negate the gain and move the 59ers back to the 32 and a 3rd and 22 next up. Penalties have hurt the Niners on this drive, and they have a big 3rd down and long coming up. On the snap, Schmidt dropped back, then eluded the pursuit and carried the ball close to the original line of scrimmage at the 21 and a 4th and 11 next up. But then on 4th and long, Schmidt dropped back, then targeted David Graham in the end zone, but making a spectacular interception on the attempt was Brickies senior Dakota Bach, and the Andrean scoring threat is over. So the Brickies will be on offense from their own 20 with a little over 3 minutes remaining in the first half. On the first play from scrimmage and in motion, it was Brandon James who was handed the ball, and he carried for just a couple. But a chop block penalty on the Brickies will push them back to the 10, where they will replay 1st and 20, with time becoming a factor. On 1st down, an incomplete pass will bring up a 2nd and long. Next, it was a pitch to Isaiah Gransberry, but he lost a yard on the play. So on 4th and long, the Brickies will punt. The Luke Bajelic punt from the end zone was downed at the Hobart 36, so the Niners will have plenty of time to possibly add to their total. On 1st down, a nice gainer on the quarterback keeper for Brian Schmidt, and a 1st and 10 at the Brickie 23. It was Schmidt again, inside the red zone, down to the 17, and a 2nd and 5 next up. Then it was David Graham fighting his way down to the 15-yard line, and a 3rd and 3 coming up for the Niners. But a false start penalty will move the ball back to the 20, and now Andrean is looking at a 3rd and about 8. Then it was quarterback Schmidt on the keeper again, and this time it looked too easy as he carried the ball all the way down to the 3-yard line, and a 1st and goal coming up for the 59ers with a minute left in this period. Again, it was Schmidt down to the 1-yard line. Finally, it was Brian Schmidt, and he's in for the touchdown. So with 33 seconds left in the first half, the Andrean 59ers, who are considered the home team on this afternoon, lead the Brickies by 14. The kickoff was a touchback, so the Brickies will take over at their own 20 with 30 seconds left in the half. On 1st down, a miscommunication on the play and another Andrean sack, and a 5-yard loss for Hobart. After that, Hobart decided to run out the clock, trailing the Andrean 59ers by 14. Hobart Special Events Director Nikki Lopez wants to remind everyone about Trick or Treat at Beautiful Festival Park, to be held on Saturday, October 24th from 4 to 6 p.m. There will be activities for the entire family. We hope to see you there. Located in Maryville, the Law Office of Roy Dominguez offers compassionate, caring representation in personal injury and criminal defense. If you or someone you love has been injured, you can be sure the Law Office of Roy Dominguez will help alleviate some of the difficulties you are facing. Attorney Roy Dominguez wishes all Northwest Indiana athletes the best of luck this season. The Andrean kickoff to restart this game was a short one and was grabbed by Jared Zanola at the 26, and he carried up to the 32. And that's where Hobart will start offensively in the second half, trailing by a couple touchdowns. It was Calvin Lebrecq on the first down carry for 8 yards, bringing up a second and short for Hobart. Then some nice up-front blocking opened the way for Nick Ray to pick up a Brickie first down just inside Niners territory at the 49-yard line. On first down, it was Calvin Lebrecq on the carry for a tough couple yards. It was back to Lebrecq for 3 more and a 3rd and 5 for the Bricks. Then on the screen, Nick Ray took the pass, but waiting for him was Niner David Graham. But Nick was able to fight his way to the 41 and a makeable 4th down next up for Hobart. The 4th down snap was handed to Lebrecq, and he was hit at the 40-yard line, then fell forward. And after a favorable spot in which head coach Phil Mason took exception to, the official ruling on the field is a Brickie first down. So on 1st and 10 from the Niner 41-yard line, it was Nick Ray on the carry, but he was stopped in his tracks for a minimal gain by Gordon Sharkey and Aaron Clarkson, and a 2nd and a long 9 next up. On the snap, a 5-step drop by Mickey Wolf. But before he could pull the trigger, Gordon Sharkey came through the center of the line like he was carrying the ball and dropped the Bricks quarterback for a loss of 4 on the play. And now Hobart is staring at a 3rd and long. So from the 45-yard line, and Wolf out of the shotgun now, he took the snap. He then let one fly down the far sidelines, intended for Brandon James that was a bit strong. And a Hobart punt coming up. The Bajelic punt was a touchback, so with 7:15 remaining in the 3rd period, the Niners will have the ball from their own 20, still leading by a couple touchdowns. On first down, it was Gordon Sharkey for a couple. Then it was Emilio Starks on the end around, up to the 33, and a fresh set of downs for Andrean. But a false start penalty on the Niners will move the ball back to the 28, and a 1st and 15 next up. On first down, it was a quarterback keeper, but closing that down was Nick Ray, tripping up the 59er play caller and dropping him for no gain on the play. Next, another quarterback keeper for no gain, bringing up a 3rd and long. From the 28-yard line, a Brian Schmidt pass over the middle intended for Emilio Starks was a bit long, and a Niners punt. The Andrean punt was down at the midfield stripe, and a 1st and 10 for the Brickies. On first down, it was Nick Ray up the middle for 9, down to the 41-yard line. Then on 2nd and short, a quick pass out in the flats to Brandon James, and he picked up the 1st down and more, down to the 28-yard line. This time it was Nick Ray again, carrying inside the red zone down to the 15-yard line, and another Hobart first down. Out of the shotgun, it was Mickey Wolf firing a quick out to Dakota Bach for a short 3-yard gainer. So on 2nd and 7 from the 12-yard line, it was Isaiah Gransberry for 3 more. And now the Bricks are looking at a 3rd and 4. Then it was Nick Ray down to the 3-yard line. But a dead ball personal foul penalty on the Brickies will move the ball all the way back to the 18. And a Hobart first down. On the first down snap, it was LeBrecq on the carry, down to the 13. And a 2nd and 5 next up for Hobart. Next, it was back to the Bricky workhorse Nick Ray. And he's in for the Hobart touchdown. The Del Grosso extra point attempt was blocked by David Graham, and that's big. Now the Andrean lead over the Bricks is at 8. The Del Grosso kickoff was grabbed at the 3-yard line by David Graham, who has been playing big this afternoon for the Niners. And he took it right up the gut and carried not just the ball but a few Bricky special team players all the way to the 49-yard line, and a 1st and 10 for Andrean. Then on first down, it was Roman Griffin on the carry, but he was stopped in his tracks for a gain of 1 on the play by Stephen Reagan and David Cosbade. On 2nd and 9, it was Roman Griffin again, carrying down to the 45-yard line, bringing up a 3rd and 4 with under a minute left in the period. Next, a quarterback keeper for a couple, and that will end the period with the Andrean 59ers leading the Hobart Brickies by 8.
Hello, my name is Dr. Tim Mullally.
And I'm Dr. Lisa Mullally.
We're the founding members of Indiana Sports and Medical Science Institute out of Crown Point, Indiana.
We offer both family practice services and sports medicine services. If you're in need of a sports medicine physician or just a family doctor, give us a call today. We have same-day appointments. We hope to hear from you.
You know that friends are a major part of your life.
But sometimes, even with close friends, you may not notice that things aren't perfect on the inside.
There's more to depression than just being sad.
If you notice that your friends are more withdrawn than usual or seem to be making poor decisions, they might be depressed.
Depression is one of the risk factors that can lead to suicide.
I need you to talk.
Talk to a teacher, a trusted adult, or visit deschutes.org/suicide.
So on a big 4th and 2 from the Hobart 43-yard line, Schmidt out of the shotgun took the snap and carried to the 39, and the Niners have once again moved the chains. So on first down, the ball was handed to Gordon Sharkey, and right there causing him to change directions was Jared Zanola, then making the stop on the other side, Bricky Nick Ray, and a loss of 1 on the play. On 2nd and 11, Schmidt took the snap out of the shotgun, then quickly rolled to his right, but disrupting the play and then dropping the Niners quarterback was junior Jared Zanola, and he's all over the place today. Then on 3rd and 14 from the Hobart 43-yard line, Brian Schmidt fired one over the middle intended for Deontay Kelly, and a nice defensive play by Monty White. But then a late flag on the play. A pass interference call on White will move the ball to the Hobart 28, and a fresh set of downs for Andrean. Then on the very next play, Brian Schmidt handed the ball to David Graham, and he hit the middle of the line, then fumbled. And pouncing on it for the Brickies was Stephen Reagan, and the Bricks defense once again ended another Niners scoring threat. So the Brickies will take over 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. On the snap, it was Kelvin Lebrecht for 3 yards. Next, it was Elijah Mercado for a couple more. Then on 3rd and 5 and out of the shotgun, Mickey Wolf pump fake, then shed a defender and let one fly intended for either Dakota Bach or Brandon James, who were in the same vicinity. This time it was James, and a huge reception inside Andrean territory at the 33-yard line. On 1st down, it was Nick Ray down to the 30. Then on 2nd and 7, it was Kelvin Lebrecht for 3 more, bringing up a 3rd and 4. On the snap, Mickey Wolf pump faked, then unloaded a pass intended for Monty White, who outleaped his defender, grabbed the ball, then ran it in for a Bricky touchdown. And Hobart is a 2-point conversion away from tying up this game. The 2-point conversion was no good, so with 6:46 left in the game, the 59ers still lead the Brickies, but only by a pair. The Brickies kickoff was grabbed by Fran Reardon at the 36, and he carried to the 40, and a Niners 1st down right there. On 1st down, it was Brian Schmidt on the keeper again for maybe a couple yards on the carry, but a 59ers holding penalty will move the ball back to the 30, where they will replay 1st down. Next, it was a quick pass to Eric Malarski that was incomplete. Then on 2nd and 20, quarterback Schmidt looked to pass, then tucked it away for a nice gainer up to the 46, and now a makeable 3rd and 4 for Andrean, and a big defensive opportunity up for the Bricks. On the 3rd down snap, it was another quarterback keeper, but this time Schmidt was only able to pick up about a yard on the carry, bringing up a 4th and 3 from their own 47, and Phil Mason is calling for a Niners punt. The Andrean punt was a touchback, so the Brickies will have 4 minutes and 44 seconds to possibly march down the field for the winning score. On 1st down, Nick Ray on the carry, but he was tripped up for a loss of about a half a yard on the play. It was right back to Nick Ray, and he picked up 6 yards on the 2nd down carry. Next, the play of the game for the Bricks, a 3rd and 4 from the 26, trailing Andrean by 2, and time becoming a factor. The ball was handed to Kelvin Lebrecht this time, and he was only able to pick up 3 of the 6 yards, and a game-saving tackle by Niners Joe Albamonte and Adam Maluchnik. So what do you do if you're Ryan Turley and you have 3 minutes left in the game, down by 2 and a 4th and 4 deep inside your own territory? Well, the Brickies skipper put his faith in the offensive unit and will try a 4th down attempt. On the snap, a quick pass in the flats to Monty White, who made the catch near the 26, and what appeared to be a Brickie 1st down, but a flag on the play. A huge penalty at this juncture, and what officials ruled an illegal formation will negate the run, And now a 3rd and 8, and the decision is to punt this time. The Bajelic punt was down at the Andrean 47, and all the Niners need to do is run out the clock. On 1st down, the ball was handed to Roman Griffin, and he carried inside Bricky territory, down to the 47, and a 2nd and 4 next up. It was right back to Griffin, but he was tattooed this time by Jordan Clompton for a yard. And next, the play of the game. If the Niners can pick up a 1st down, they should be able to run out the clock. But the handoff was given to Griffin again, and he carried to the 40, and an Andrean 59ers 1st down. And that should just about do it. A couple of knees and this matinee is over. The Andrean 59ers come into the Brickyard again and defeat the Brickies in another close one, this time 21-19. Congratulations to Phil Mason and the Andrean 59ers. The Brickies will entertain the Lowell Red Devils next Friday, and the 59ers will be at Highland. For New Concept Videosports.com, this is Bob Guerrero.